Hey there, this is Portland, Oregon. Got some pretty amazing street art here. Check this out. Here at Cesar Chavez Boulevard and Interstate 84, which ends right here in Portland and goes east all the way to Salt Lake City, Utah. And so I'm just going to do a random wandering around Portland video today. As many of you who follow my channel here may know, I used to live in Portland here, spring of 2002 until August of 2009, when I left and went on a trip to Greece, Egypt, and Turkey for the fall of 2009, which basically started my decade of somewhat non-stop travels. But I lived here for those 7 years with a couple of breaks traveling in the middle of that time period there. And it is one of my favorite cities in America. It is really interesting, a lot going on here as far as like music and amazing restaurants, health food stores, kombucha bars. My cousin Nick is a musician here and actually makes a living as a musician. He is an amazing guitar player. And so there's a really thriving music scene here and a lot to explore. So I'm just going to hop on the MAX train, the above ground city train, to get around the city here. As you can see, spring is springing. Today is April 3rd, and it is a typical like Oregon spring day with clouds in the sky and also sunshine. And so anything could happen. It could start raining, it could get sunnier and warm. And so up ahead is the MAX station. So going to hop on the MAX and head into downtown Portland, walk around there a bit, and then just kind of see what I feel like doing and where I feel like going. I don't have a vehicle, as you can see. I am just staying here temporarily. Check out these beautiful flowering trees. They smell really nice too. And so right over there is the MAX station. Hollywood. This is the Hollywood district of Portland. So there is a Trader Joe's, there is a Whole Foods just a couple of blocks over there. And then here you got Welcome to Bibimbap House, Korean food and sushi. And so when I lived here in Portland, then I had a few different jobs. But one of the main jobs that I had for most of the time that I was here was as a delivery driver for a food delivery service that was similar to Uber Eats or Grubhub. And I think they went out of business because those services became more popular. But this company was called Deliver Dish. It was here for quite a long time, and I worked for them for like 5 years, and it was delivering food for more than 100 different restaurants around the city. And so I got a good taste of the culinary scene here, going to all these different restaurants and trying them out. There is the MAX train. I just missed one. And so I just got a all-day ticket for the MAX, which is $5. Downtown area of Portland, in the southwest. The MAX train went across the Willamette River, which divides the city, which gives Portland one of its many nicknames, Bridge City, also called River City, also called Rose City, also called P-Town, PDX, Stumptown. The state of Washington is right across the Columbia River, which is the northern border of Oregon and of Portland here. And so you are here. This is all the downtown area. The Willamette River, the Markham Bridge, Hawthorne Bridge, Morrison Bridge, Burnside Bridge, Steel Bridge. And so this is southwest. Burnside Avenue divides Portland from the north to the south. And so here it is southwest, here it is northwest. There is the MAX train. And I'm going to walk up here and go check out the Portland State University campus. And so I'm on the Portland State University campus now. Portland State University. And the Academic and Student Recreation Center. Here's another map showing kind of the whole Portland city area. Here is the Portland City Center, the downtown area, the Willamette River. There is the Columbia River. And where I started this video was at the Hollywood Northeast 42nd Transit Center around there. And so there's all this of the city as well. Beaverton, Hillsborough, Tualatin, Gladstone, Milwaukee, Gresham. Tito's Burritos, Mexican food. Looks pretty good. One enchilada, one chile relleno with rice and beans, and a soda for 10 bucks. Pretty good deals. Ooh, look at all that yummy Mexican food. And then this pub here, the Cheerful Tortoise, is one of the restaurants that I delivered for when I worked for that delivery service. And then on the right we have here An Choi Vietnamese Kitchen. I was just in Vietnam. And on the left, another Mexican restaurant, Chipotle Mexican Grill. And to the people that guessed my next destination based on the book that I bought at Powell's Books here in Portland in a previous video, then yes, it is Mexico. I had tried to disguise the location by covering up the Mexico on that book, but hadn't realized that I was showing Mexico City in the bottom corner there, and so people guessed Mexico. I am flying there in just a few days, but I will leave it a surprise as to where exactly I'm going, at least in Mexico. Now, one of the reasons that I wanted to come up here was there is often a series of food carts. Maybe it's only on the weekends or at certain times or something, because I'm not seeing them. Well, there's one up ahead, but there's often a whole bunch of them along here, and also a market. I think that must be like a Saturday market. And so down there you've got dogs and fries. Here you've got Basha's Mediterranean cuisine. Falafel plate for $8.50. A wrap for $7. Chicken shawarma plate, $8.50. Wrap, $7. And here's Blazing Burritos. Vegetarian burrito for $6. Meat burrito for $7. And a little music going on. And ahead there's fish and chips and something else. Vegan cheesecakes. Drink menu, so smoothies it looks like. Barley, barrels, bottles, and brews. 200 years of Oregon beer. There are a lot of great brew pubs here in Portland and in Oregon in general. Capitol Brewery. And here is the Pioneer Courthouse Square, smack in the middle of downtown Portland. Fried egg, I'm in love. Sandwiches. Of course, Starbucks. And there are probably half a dozen Starbucks within a block from here. There's the courthouse. Mississippi. And so this is a cool neighborhood that, as you can see, is like an industrial area, but it's been transformed over the past like 15 years or so, since around the first time that I moved to Portland. Then there are a lot of neighborhoods of Portland that have been renewed and totally changed. And check it out, here is the Widmer Brothers Brewing. I think there is a separate pub that is more in the center of the Mississippi Avenue happening area, so.
Hardest thing. Yeah. Thank you. Okay.
Is there another like separate pub?
Yes. The pub is no longer in business.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer.
I know.
Okay, well, I'm just kind of trying to get into the center of the Mississippi Avenue area. Is it just straight on?
Yeah, you've got like half a mile to go, but if you
oh,
keep
it's a ways up there.
Yeah.
I see.
So if you keep following the street, you'll hit it.
Okay.
It's just gonna take a little while.
I see. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
A telescope there. This is a trippy mural. The night sky, and you can see there constellations, and I guess that would be Mount Hood, or maybe another nearby mountain. Mount Hood is the tallest mountain in Oregon. All right, so coming down here, you'll see starts to get a little more interesting, and restaurants. Porque no Taqueria. Spicy Spoon, #1 fish tacos in Oregon. A lot of Mexican restaurants in Portland. The Mississippi Pub. Pizza Pub. Cool seating on the sidewalk there. so I'm looking for something in particular, and I'm really close. Just have to kind of get my bearings and figure it out here. Historic Mississippi. And so this area had been kind of abandoned and then came back over the past 10 to 15 years with all these hip restaurants and stores and everything. And so this is where I lived back in 2004 to 2005 for about a year. I think it was 1006. And so I'm now on Hawthorne Boulevard at Cesar Chavez, another hip part of town. And so I'm just going to walk down here and show a few of the things to see along here. The Baghdad pub there. And on the right here is another Powell's Books. And on the right up here is Buffalo Exchange, a used clothing store that I've gotten a lot of my clothes from. And I'm now looking for somewhere to grab a bite to eat. It's not too happening right now. Sometimes it's a lot more busy with lots of people walking around. You got Bread and Ink Cafe over there. That is another restaurant that I delivered for. The Red Light, another used clothing store there. Also a good place to sell your clothing, make a few bucks. So I came to the Baghdad, which is also a theater, a movie theater. They play like second run movies that have been out for a few months. And a very characterful place here. And I got the Good Shepherd's Pie, which is $13.50. Alright folks, that is it for Portland. Take it easy. See you later.